Truth Hurts, Part 3. Truth Hurts, Part 3. Not just economic but political institutions too are benefiting the few and burdening the many. Parliament has become a club of the rich as the cost of contesting an election has become so high that it systematically excludes the poor. Having no say in the political decision making, the average citizen in the country is increasingly being marginalized. They are becoming helpless victims of an economic and political system which is rigged against them and over which they have little influence. It is one thing to make tall claims in air-conditioned rooms and conference hall, but dealing with the real people is quite another. One report says that half the country's children are deprived of the basic education, and a third of the population have no access to primary medical facilities. According to a recent estimate by United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization FAO, nearly 37.5 million people in Pakistan are not receiving proper nourishment. In simple terms, it means that there are millions of children who bodily and mentally will never develop fully because they were malnourished as infants. Especially in the contemporary world, when the multilateralism and globalizations are the main themes, when the international system is heavily impressed by the political volatility and fluidity, the writing on the wall is scrupulously unreserved, and even the country has to make the best of whatever it can count in its possession. Well, the country has to make the best of whatever it can count in its possession. However, one doesn't need to be an expert to infer from above statistics that somewhere within the polemics of the politicians and the pointless plans of the policymakers there is something inherently rotten in the country, and that the value of life of an average citizen has lost. A country's role in the foreign affairs is primarily the function of its strength and the capabilities. Without national well-being and the defined national policies, no country can play an active role in the region and beyond. As we talk about the days, yes, there has been economic progress, economic prosperity. There are indicators who have shown positivity of economic progress, economic growth. But in the days of Nawaz Sharif, who has been in the office of Prime Minister on the third occasion, he has decided to lead his government without a proper foreign minister. And Nawaz Sharif has kept the portfolio of foreign ministry and in his own office. We don't doubt his capabilities. He can certainly do it and do it far better than anyone else in the party. But the thing is that he's got the greater role of functioning as the Prime Minister. So how can a Prime Minister spare time to serve as a foreign minister? What Pakistan needed in the days of Nawaz Sharif to have a full-fledged Prime Minister, to have a full-fledged foreign minister. Although a full-fledged foreign minister was provided to Pakistan by the end days, and when the Nawaz Sharif government was dismantled and then Shahid Khaqan Abbasi took it over. But given the situation of Pakistan, such a large nation, and so many international threats all around us. How can we run a country without a former, proper, full-time foreign minister? That's what we don't understand.